Yeah, g'day mates. So the Vault wallet has recently integrated Accord Money and it makes it so much easier to use. So if you don't have the Vault wallet, it looks like this in the Play Store. Just click on, we'll download it and just click open. The home screen looks like this. It shows all your accounts. Vault also supports BTC, Tron, and Ethereum. You can also open up additional accounts as well by clicking on this top left icon. So that's what I've done for this Accord Explainer account, where I've just put in 1.1 BSV to demonstrate Accord. So to go to Accord, we want to click on apps, click on Accord Money. This is the website. It's pretty flash. Click on Launch App. Yep. And then you also want to click on Connect Wallet. This is where you would select the account that you want to use. So not the main account, but the Accord Explainer. Click Agree and Connect. So that looks like it's logged me in. This is presumably the wallet address for the account I just selected. I can see the wallet balance. I can see that I have had 0 BSV locked so far as collateral. And I've minted 0 Accord dollars in debt. So what the screen allows you to do is borrow by locking BSV in what is called a collateralized debt position. So you lock BSV up and you can mint ACD. So I'll just demonstrate it with, let's say 0.5 BSV, 0.5, click out there. And we can borrow an arbitrary amount of ACD. We can borrow up to 34 ACD using that amount of BSV, which would, if we click on that, which would put us at a collateral ratio of 120%. So that's saying that the collateral that you've locked up in terms of value is 120% the value that you are minting as Accord dollars. Now, you don't want it to be this low. You probably want your collateral ratio to be, I'm going to aim for over 200, because anything below 120% can get liquidated. Your collateralized debt position can get liquidated. And I think under certain circumstances, the same can happen sub 150%. So I'm just going to play it safe and keep it above 200%. So what we'll do is just go, let's try 10. So if we lock up 0.5 BSV and we mint 10 Accord dollars, then the collateral ratio is 408%. If we hover over the icon, it'll show you what that thing is. So we've also got the BSV price and the borrow APR. This is the annual interest rate that you pay on any Accord dollars that you borrow. So we'll click confirm and borrow. Hopefully it works. Just click pay. Okay, that is apparently a success. That looks like it's worked. 0.5 BSV has been locked up. I've got this amount of BSV remaining and I have $10 in debt. So what the question was, look, we've got a collateral ratio of 408%, so we can probably draw down our debt a little bit more. So we've got 24 Accord dollars that we could still borrow, which would bring us down to that 120% collateral ratio. But what we'll try and do is borrow 10. 10 is the minimum that you can borrow at any point in time. And put in 0.01 because you have to put in some amount of BSV here, or this will remain grayed out. Right, so if I click on this again, hopefully it goes through this time. Click on pay and confirm. Okay, that took like 20 seconds, but it went through, which surprised me. Okay, so now I've got 0.51 BSV locked up, that's correct. And I now have this amount of debt. That should be 20, I would have thought. I don't know why that has decreased. Strange. Anyway, I have this amount of borrowed credit left, which would bring me down to 120% collateral ratio. Now my collateral ratio is 208%, which is fine. So this balance has already gone up. we've now got over $20 of debt here, and that's due to the fact that interest has been accrued on the position, and interest accrues every block that is produced on BSV at this 15% annualized rate. What we want to do now is try and repay this loan. So we want to repay the full amount of this. So if we click on that, repay it, and receive back our BSV that we locked as collateral minus a small transaction fee. You got to keep in mind that there is no impermanent loss on this platform, on a borrowing platform like this, not like there is on TokenSwap when you're pooling liquidity into pairs. So you'll always be able to get your collateral back in full, provided that the protocol itself remains solvent, and also provided that you keep your collateral ratio above 120%. So let's click confirm and repay. Click pay and confirm it. That was in the process of confirming for like 20 or 30 seconds, but it did actually succeed by the looks of things. Apparently I still have 0.000026 ACD, and I recall that my balance was 20 point that, and the amount that I, from clicking on this, that filled this box was only 20. So maybe I should have specified the exact amount in that box. That's something to think about. And there's still a little bit of locked collateral in my collateralized debt position. But other than that, other than these small amounts, I've received back in full the BSV amount that I originally locked as collateral. So if we go back to the borrow screen, there's my wallet balance. So it was initially 1.1, and then due to some being locked in here and some transaction fees, it's gone down to 1.097. I'm just going to borrow again quickly so we can demonstrate the other screens. 0.5. We'll lock up 0.5 BSV again and mint. We can mint up to 33, but let's do 20. And then have a look at this screen. That would give me a collateral ratio of 200%. So this is worth double whatever I've taken out as debt in Accord dollars. So we'll click confirm and borrow. Pay. That was quicker, so that took maybe 10 seconds. So that was a lot better than repaying the loan. So now I have this amount of locked collateral and just over 20 Accord dollars. That seems correct. So we've done the repay screen. You can adjust the amount that you borrow by drawing down further or adding more BSV, but you've just got to make sure that you put an amount in both of these boxes to ungray this box. So if we look at redeem now, what is redeem? Redeem is a little bit more confusing, at least for me. The way I understand redeem is that I have some Accord dollars now, I've got 20 in my wallet. What I can do is I can put an amount in here, up to 20, and I can receive BSV back for this. So I lose these Accord dollars and I gain this BSV. So I'm getting market value of just under $20 worth of BSV by putting in 20 Accord dollars. And you can see that the redemption fee is 0.88%, or this amount. Now, where is the BSV actually coming from? So I'm pretty sure that when I put in 20 Accord dollars and I'm getting this amount of BSV, what's really happening behind the scenes is that the lowest collateral position opened, collateralized debt position opened on Accord, is partially repaid by me doing this. So I'm repaying some of the Accord dollars and withdrawing some of the BSV from the lowest collateral position on the Liquidate screen. And it must be below some threshold. So it says redeemable in total, 156 Accord dollars. If we quickly look on Liquidate. Okay, that can't be a coincidence. So the lowest collateralized debt position here has got 156.01 Accord dollars locked up. And if we look on redeem, that's the same amount. So what it's showing us is that lowest collateral position available, and you can redeem BSV against it. So it would be like paying off part of that loan. So yeah, let's redeem $20 against this person's vault. If this is not too much of a redemption fee to pay, I can't remember how the redemption fee works. There's a special formula. And I think the whole point of this screen is to bring the peg as closely into line and provide arbitrage opportunities between, say, like Tether or other US dollar stable coins, such that Accord tracks that price really closely. So I'll go confirm and redeem. Should get 0.24 BSV. Click pay. Well, I'm cutting these videos, that took probably 45 seconds. It's quite a long time for it to load, but apparently it succeeded. So I've got 0 Accord dollars left now. I think I've just received the amount of BSV. We can check in a second. And now this redeemable amount has changed. I think if we go to the Liquidate screen, so now there's a new pole position for, in terms of the lowest collateral ratio here. So redeem is now showing that amount. If I go back to borrow, I can see that my wallet balance is now 0.83 plus 0.5. So I have had that additional BSV credited to my wallet. My debt position is still open. I haven't extinguished my debt by redeeming. I've just increased my BSV balance that isn't locked as collateral. But my initial collateralized debt position hasn't changed. I still owe this $20. But now I have 0... Where is it? I don't think it shows here. Borrow. So now my wallet balance of Accord dollars is 0. But at some point, I'm going to have to... This is a little bit of a UI problem here. I'm going to have to pay back this loan. So the option there would be to probably buy it on TokenSwap with Tether or with BSV or with whatever pairs they launch. Okay, so we've borrowed, we've repaid, we've redeemed. The yield is in AMT. So you earn Accord Money token by locking up BSV as collateral, and you earn AMT based on the amount of Accord dollars you have borrowed. So you can see that I have a non-zero AMT balance because I'm pretty sure that this amount will accrue every block. So currently the reward for every BSV block is 10 AMT. I'm sure they will increase this on Monday in a couple of days' time. So this is distributed between all of the people who have borrowed over 150k of Accord dollars, so proportionally to the people who have borrowed. It's showing me my Accord dollar borrowed amount, $20, that seems correct, and the amount of AMT that I'm getting rewarded per block. So I could withdraw this amount of AMT by clicking on this, and I could sell it on a platform such as TokenSwap, but I'll just leave it in here for now. The function of AMT would be to take this amount, and this is grayed out, but stake it when they enable this feature. And AMT gets a claim for all of the revenue that the Accord Money protocol generates from interest rates, like that 15% interest rate, from liquidations, and probably a couple of other things that I'm forgetting. And all of the revenue of the Accord Money platform is paid in BSV terms. So when you stake, I imagine the distributions will be made in BSV to your wallet. And finally, we want to have a look at the Liquidate screen. So this is everyone from here down. This is everyone who has opened a collateralized debt position like I have on the platform. So we've got the total Accord dollar supply up here. It'd be nice if you guys added a comma in here. The total collateral ratio of the protocol as a whole, the total value locked, and the BSV price. If we jump back over to borrow, what was my ratio? My ratio was 204.14, so I wonder if we can find me. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. 204. So I'm around here somewhere. There is a lot more people since I last checked. So we look on the top screen. So it's ranking them by the collateral ratio. When this gets down to 100 or below 120%, this liquidate box will become clickable, and you can liquidate anyone's position that is below 120% and earn some sort of small amount for doing so. It's probably defined in this calculation. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So I borrowed, what have I done? I've locked 0.5 BSV and I borrowed 20 bucky. And I'll probably come back and do more before Monday, before they raise the AMT reward per block, because I assume that I'll make more money on AMT than I will be paying in terms of interest rate, but we'll see. And the AMT eventually will end up being sold on platforms like TokenSwap. You can also click on this icon up here and read their docs, a reasonably good explanation of all the stuff on this platform. But yeah, that's pretty much it for a core DAI. I'm really looking forward to seeing how much sort of BSV gets locked up and how much Accord dollars get minted in the next few days. Let me just quickly, you can go back to the Vol wallet by clicking on this arrow. So let me just jump back into, or maybe the X. So I can also show TokenSwap. Some pairs I think have already gone live on TokenSwap. So this is TokenSwap. If we want to trade, let's say Accord dollars ACD, we can see these are all the pairs for Accord dollar. So there's already a US dollar USDT pair, a BSV pair, and an ACD AMT pair. So what does it look like on here? That seems about right? There's an equal amount almost of these two tokens locked up so far, and we expect this amount to grow because Accord will be dropping farming rewards on this screen. Farming rewards to anyone who locks up liquidity in any ACD or AMT pair on TokenSwap. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see how this protocol trucks along in the future, and we'll maybe make a few more videos. But yeah, cheers for watching.